everyone, welcome to another Yarn Scrap Friday with me, Laura, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this leaf. Okay, so for this tutorial I've just used a DK light worsted weight yarn. That's a yarn weight of 3, and this time I'm going to make one in brown, so you can make them in all different colours, especially autumn colours, which would be nice. And with that DK yarn, I'm going to be using a 3.5mm E4 crochet hook, and also going to need a pair of scissors and a yarn tapestry needle as well for sewing in those ends. That's one with a big eye at the end. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so we're going to take our chosen leaf colour, and the first thing we're going to do is a little slip knot. So do a little slip knot to get that first loop. Then we're going to chain 10 to begin. Okay, so we're going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so we're going to chain 10 to begin. Just unravel that, and we're going to work into these chains, but when we're going to work into these chains, we're just going to work under one loop. So I'm not sure how you normally work into your chains. There are different ways of doing it, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work into our second chain from our hook. So we don't count the loop on our hook. There's our first chain, there's our second. So put your hook into your second chain, but just put it under one loop of yarn. And the reason for that is it makes it easier to see the chains when we work into them again, because we're going to have to work into them twice. So put your hook into that second chain under one loop only and bring the yarn through and do a single crochet. So this pattern's in US terminology. In UK terminology, that would be a double crochet. So one single crochet in that second chain from hook. Then in the next chain, we're going to do a half double crochet. So we're going to yarn over and go into your next chain, but again, just go under one bit of yarn. So do a half double crochet in there, or in UK terminology, a half treble. Okay, I'm going to do a half double crochet in the next chain as well. Again, only going under one bit of yarn. So half double crochet in that next chain. Then in the next chain, we're going to do a double crochet in US terminology. So in UK terminology, that would be a treble. Again, just going under one loop of yarn. So do a double crochet in there. We're going to do a double crochet in the next chain as well. So in the next chain, we do one double crochet. And then we're going to do one double crochet in the next chain as well. Okay, so you've done 3 double crochets. Then in the next chain, we're going to do one half double crochet. So we're going to come back down in size again, half double crochet in the next chain, just one. And we're going to do a half double crochet in the next chain as well. Again, just going under one loop of yarn. Then in the very last chain, that should leave you with one chain at the end, and that last one we're just going to do a single crochet. Okay, so a little single crochet in there. Okay, so that's half a leaf. It should look like that. You've got the bigger stitches in the middle and the smaller ones at the end. What we're going to do now is we're going to turn our work clockwise with the same side facing you, and we're going to work back into these chains again on the opposite side. But because you worked under one loop only, should make it nice and easy to see your chains still. You see there, you can just pull them open and see them nice and clearly. So in our first chain, which was the last one we worked into, we're going to do another single crochet. So just go back into the last chain again, which now becomes your first chain, and do another single crochet. So you end up with 2 single crochet in that last one, but that becomes your first one in the opposite direction, you see. So yarn over, and then the next chain over, so that was the one you just worked into, the next chain over, just pull it open slightly in there, we're going to match this side, so we're going to do a half double crochet. Okay, half double crochet in there. Now I've done a video in more detail of working into your foundation chains twice. If you want to go check that out, I'll put a link in the description. But hopefully, if you've just worked under one loop, you should see your chains quite easily. See? Then in the next chain along, I'm just going to work the tail end as well. You don't have to do that, but I'm just going to work that in as well. In the next chain, and that 1/2 double crochet. So we're just mirroring the other side. So a 1/2 double crochet in that next chain. In the next chain, a double crochet. So in the next chain, double crochet. Next chain, a double crochet. And the next chain, a double crochet. So you do 3 double crochet over those 3 stitches. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Next chain, a 1/2 double crochet. So exactly the same as the other side. 1/2 double crochet. Next chain, a 1/2 double crochet. Then the last chain, we're going to do a single crochet. Can be a little hard sometimes to see the last one, but if you just pull that end up, you should see that very last chain just on the end there. If I move my tail end out of the way, it might make it easier to see. So it's just there. And do a single crochet. And that mirrors the other side. So you end up with a complete leaf like so. And that's the end of the first round. What we're going to do now though is just going to work on the little stalk at the end. The first thing we're going to do is go back into that last chain again, go back into that last one, just do a slip stitch. So bring the yarn through there again, straight for the loop on your hook. And that just helps your yarn, your project to get right on the end. Then we're going to chain 7. You can chain as many as you like, depending on how long you want to make your stalk. I'm going to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So chain 7. Then in your second chain from your hook, we're going to do a slip stitch. So the second chain, we don't count the loop on our hook. There's our first one, there's our second. Going into there, and I always go under one bit of yarn, but it doesn't matter as much now how you work into your chains. Do a slip stitch. We're going to do a slip stitch all the way to the end. So you end up with a stitch count of 6 on your little stalk. So slip stitch in the next chain, 2. Slip stitch in the next chain, 3. Slip stitch in the next chain, 4. Slip stitch in the next chain, 5. And in the last one, a little slip stitch as well. So we slip stitch all the way down those chains. Then we're going to slip stitch in that same last stitch where you worked the single crochet and the slip stitch. Go back into there again and do another slip stitch. And that just joins the stalk nice and evenly to the end of your leaf. Now we're going to work on the next round. So what you need to do is you need to find that first stitch here, which will be your first single crochet that you did, and pop your hook into there and do 1 single crochet. Just bring that through and do a single crochet. Okay, single crochet in there. It's going to work in the round. In the next stitch we're going to do 2 half double crochets. Okay, we're going to do 2 half double crochets. Let's go into the next stitch and do 1 half double crochet, then back into the same stitch and do another half double crochet. Okay, then in the next stitch we're going to do just 1 half double crochet. So the next stitch we just do 1 half double crochet, just the 1. Then in the next stitch we're going to do 2 double crochet. So next stitch we do 2 double crochet. So there's 1 double crochet, and we do another one in the same stitch, 2. So you've got 2 double crochet in there. Then in the next stitch we're just going to do 1 double crochet, just the 1. Okay, it's just 1. Next stitch we'll do 2 double crochet. Okay, 2 double crochet. 1 and another one in the same stitch, 2. 2 in there. In the next stitch we're going to do 1 half double crochet, so just 1 half double crochet. Let's pull through all 3. But in the next stitch we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So the next stitch we do 2. I haven't gone into that properly. Okay, make sure to go into the stitch properly. There we go. 2 half double crochets. So there's 1 and then another one in the same stitch, 2. So you've got 2 half double crochets in there. Then in the next stitch we're going to do 1 single crochet, just 1 single crochet. Okay, then in the next stitch over we're going to do 1 single crochet, just the 1, next stitch, just 1 single crochet. But then we're going to do like a little picot on the end to get a really nice point at the end. And to do that we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, chain 2. Then this single crochet you've just worked, into that stitch at the top we're going to put our hook. So you need to swing your hook round and put it into that single crochet stitch. So this stitch here, you need to put your hook. Okay, then bring the yarn through there, that stitch, and straight for the loop on your hook to do a slip stitch, and that creates a little picot at the end. Then in the next stitch, back on the main leaf, we're going to do, what am I going to do? I'm going to do 2 half double crochets. So go into that next, so which one have I just worked into? That was the one we worked the single crochet in, so it's this one here. 2 half double crochets, 1 and another one in the same stitch. Then the next stitch we do 1 half double crochet, just the 1. We're just mirroring this side basically. Next stitch we do 2 double crochet, two in there, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, just the 1. Okay, just 1. Next stitch 2 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 and another one in the same stitch, 2, so you've got 2 in there. Then in the next stitch we're going to do 1 half double crochet, it's just 1 half double crochet to pull through all 3. The next stitch we're going to do 2 half double crochets, 2, so there's 1 and another one in the same stitch, 2. Then in the very last stitch you should have 1 stitch left. In there we're going to do a single crochet, just 1 single crochet. Then in that stitch where you were doing all those slip stitches to join your stalk, just in there we're going to do a slip stitch just to finish, like so. Then we're going to cut our yarn and our leaf is finished. Let's bring the yarn through and then just hide your tail ends. Let's take this tail end, sew that to the back. Oops, knocking the camera. Turn it over and just sew through nice and neatly a few of your stitches on the back until it's secure. Okay, and then just trim down your tails. And there is our finished leaf, like so, just like this one. Now I've got one in brown, so it's an older leaf, but you can make these in all different colours, especially autumn colours like orange and red would look really nice. But I hope you managed to follow along, and hopefully it's inspired you to design your own leaves, and I will see you soon with some more crochet fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.